This episode of Film Pulse Daily is brought to you by Audible. Visit audibletrial.com/filmpulse. Get your free audiobook today.
When does this happen in the movie?
Now. You're looking at now, sir. Everything that happens now is happening now.
What happened to then?
Past that.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
When will then be now? Soon. How soon?
Sir!
What?
We've identified their location.
Where?
It's the moon of Vega.
Good work. Set a course and prepare for our arrival.
When?
1900 hours,
By
sir.
high noon tomorrow, they will be our prisoners.
Hello and welcome to Film Pulse Daily for March 9th, 2012. Today is Friday, so let's go over some new releases in theaters. We have quite a few movies coming out this weekend, so I'm just going to list them off from worst looking to best looking, in my opinion. Now, I haven't had a chance to see most of these movies, but by the end of the weekend, I probably will have seen most of them. First up, we have 1,000 Words with Eddie Murphy. This got a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes as of now, and it looks like your typical Eddie Murphy mess. Murphy plays Jack McCall, who's a fast-talking literary agent whose life becomes unglued when a magical tree mysteriously appears in his backyard, and every time he utters a word, a leaf falls off of the tree. Once all the leaves fall off, the tree dies, and it's assumed that Jack will also die. There's nothing that appeals to me in this movie, and it looks completely horrible. Next up, we have Disney's John Carter. This currently has a 47% on Rotten Tomatoes. This doesn't appeal to me whatsoever either. I think it looks very much like a cross between the Prince of Persia movie and Avatar. I know that it's based off of a book that's over 100 years old and has become quite influential with the sci-fi genre. However, I still don't think that it looks appealing whatsoever. The special effects look pretty mediocre, and although I like the director, this is his first live-action movie. He directed Finding Nemo and Wall-E, which were great movies, but I don't know if his transition into live action is going to be a good one. Next, we have Salmon Fishing in the Yemen. This is opening up in select cities this weekend, and it stars Emily Blunt and Ewan McGregor. It seems like kind of your typical romantic comedy type movie, although it does have an interesting twist with them trying to introduce salmon fishing in Yemen, which doesn't sound entertaining whatsoever. This currently has a 61% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it looks like it might actually be pretty decent. Then we have Friends with Kids, another romantic comedy starring Adam Scott, John Hamm, Maya Rudolph, Kristen Wiig, and Chris O'Dowd, which looks like it could go either way for me. The theatrical trailer kind of left a little bit to be desired. However, the Red Band trailer that they came out with later made it look a little bit better. However, it still doesn't look like it could be anything special. The basic plot premise is something that is not entirely unique. It's a group of friends where two of the friends decide that they want to have a baby together, but all the while maintaining their friendship and not getting involved with each other. I would be very surprised if the end didn't have the two of them getting together, and I really hope that it doesn't go that route. Friends with Kids currently has a 64% on Rotten Tomatoes and is the current frontrunner for this week's wide release scores. Next up, we have Elizabeth Olsen starring in the Silent House remake. Now, this is a horror movie and it has a kind of an interesting premise or gimmick about it. Basically, the entire film is shot with one camera shot, so there's no cuts, even though there are presumably cuts, they're just hidden. It's basically about a young girl who goes to a lake house with her father only to be terrorized by an intruder. Although I haven't seen the remake, I think it's safe to assume that the plot is very similar. It's actually based on a true story. I have seen the original, and I can say without a doubt that the worst part about the movie is its ending. From the early reviews I read, it seems like the ending is the same as in the original, and I think that that's the only thing that's going to disappoint people about this movie. Silent House currently has a 48% on Rotten Tomatoes. One other movie that you should definitely check out if it's playing in your area is a documentary called Jiro Dreams of Sushi. This is a documentary about a world-renowned sushi chef in Tokyo, Japan, and although I haven't seen it yet, it looks incredible. Right now it has a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. Even if you don't like sushi, I think it's probably a good story to watch anyway. And that does it for today. Make sure you check back with us this weekend for our weekend podcast, probably coming out Sunday evening. And as always, we welcome your questions, comments, and feedback. You can send us an email at podcast@filmpulse.net, or you can head on over to the site at www.filmpulse.net. Comment on any of the articles that we have on the site. And while you're there, check out our Film Pulse store where you can buy some of the latest DVDs and Blu-rays that we've been talking about this week, along with some of our favorite movies of all time. If you don't feel like buying any movies, make sure you click on our Amazon banner and buy some stuff. You'll be helping out the show greatly, and we appreciate it immensely. For FilmPulse.net, my name is Adam, and we'll see you on Sunday.